everyone, welcome back or welcome to the channel. I'm Brie.
Part 2. Oh, I'm sorry. My head is going. Part 2.
This is Tori, and this is part 2.
Look, I'm still. We just ended the last part, and I'm still on Chuck, so I'm a little mixed up. Okay?
Yes, this is part 2 of our 17 Love and Letter album reaction. We are doing the repackaged album from start to finish, except for the unit performances. Those will be in a separate video at a later time. So we are going to go ahead and continue where we left off from part 1. If you are confused why I'm saying part 1, that means you've missed part 1. Go check it out.
So this says track 3, but we're going in order of the repackage. So
yes.
That is not track 3 on the repackage.
After Chuck on the repackaged album, we would have Pretty You. We are skipping that one since we know that song, obviously. And
interesting.
Now we have Still Lonely.
And then more Lonely.
Okay, so yeah, that's where we're going from, and we're going into Still Lonely. I feel that. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Let's go.
Oh, okay. It's funky.
Yeah. Vernon, back up.
They're like ocean waves. 그냥 혼자 속에 돌타는 건지 그냥 혼자 속에 돌타는 건지 Yup, man, I'm living it.
You are.
Okay.
All the kids follow around me a while like ocean waves. Phone battery를 갈아 끼우는 중 넘쳐 흘려버리는 messages. 일상의 인게 흥건한 내 마음은 말라비 들어지게 일부러 시간이 갈수록 점점 내 사이 날 때로는 무덤덤 시답잖은 만남 대화도 지겹고 남의 눈에 맞춰 사는 것도 뭐 같고 그냥 쌓여가 연락도 안 하는 번호만 그냥 쌓여가 원하지 않아도 자꾸 쌓이고
Ooh. It's getting Michael.
I know.
Okay, I'm so sorry. He just sang about feeling empty and being empty, but sounded that gorgeous.
Yep, that's Slay. Let's go. You are not distracting me from the lyrics.
이렇게는 부럽지 않게 샀는데 답답한 거는 여전해 뭐가 날 이렇게 만든 건데 하루 이틀 지나 날 시간은 가는데 텅 비어 있어 oh yeah 시간이 갈수록 점점 내 사이 날 때로는 무덤덤 시답잖은 만남 대화도 지겹고 남의 눈에 맞춰 사는 것도 뭐 같고 그냥 쌓여가 연락도 안 하는 번호만 그냥 쌓여가 원하지 않아도 자꾸 쌓이고 이놈의 이게 사라질 생각을 안 해요 근데 왜 이리 점점 더 외로운 거지 쌀쌀한 새벽 바람도 오늘따라도 외롭게 만드는데 자꾸 텅 빈 것처럼 허전해지네 넘쳐 흐르는 인기 날 대조되는 내 속마음은 빈집 밖에서는 높아지는 어깨 위치 집에서는 혼자 축 처져 있지 그러다 못난 내 모습이 겨울에 계절 타는 건지 나 혼자 우울해 그냥 또 우울해 왜 이러는 건지 외로움이란 먼지가 내게 캐캐 묵었지 사라질 생각을 안 해요 근데 왜 이리 점점 더 외로운 건지
I love the ad-libs in this. All right, look.
I forgot that we were even going into a new song. I was just still vibing.
For it to be about a topic as heavy and serious as that, it had no right to be so like
It was-
vocally just stunning, but it also just was a lot of fun to move to.
If you didn't know the lyrics at all, they would have just been like complete. I mean, it's still a vibe, but like that was
Yeah.
just a it's a
Just
feel
like
good
this.
song. And then
Just
you
like this.
hear you see the lyrics, and you're like, oh, I've been in that headspace
Yeah.
before. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I find it really interesting too because I mean, it's a very honest song about just one of the larger cons that does come with being in the spotlight, especially in the situation that they are put in, of like I have all of this popularity and everything is overflowing and all this brightness, but my heart is what's hollow. I feel like I'm still alone.
Yep.
So even though all these eyes are on me, I'm still by myself.
But
And so it's a very real sort of conversation to have.
And when you're in that kind of mindset, or like that's where you're at, like when you are that popular, and they're talking about like contacts keep adding up and all these messages and stuff, that's even more stressing because of the things that you don't necessarily want to deal with, and it becomes overwhelming.
You feel like you can't keep up with it, or
Yeah.
you lose track of it so fast that it just builds and builds and builds. So that I appreciate the honesty of this song. I appreciate how vulnerable it was.
While making me dance. to it.
Yes, exactly that.
We might be crying, but we're also dancing.
Yeah, exactly. I really enjoyed these lyrics though.
I did too.
As
I really do.
painful as they are, it is like is very, very impactful, very strong. Okay, so after Still Lonely, we are going into, this is popular song, or on the album on my phone it says hit song.
Yeah, they had it titled popular
Synonymous.
song.
Oh,
This one actually.
okay, yeah, I'm listening to, have you heard of 17?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, there's an album called Love and Letter.
And there's a song called Hit Song /
Yeah.
Popular Song. That's the song I'm listening to.
Weird.
Thanks for
All
asking.
right, let's get to it. Ooh, these songs are just so vibey.
Oh, wait, no.
지금 네가 듣고 있는 폰 속 노래도 좋지만 오늘은 내가 만든 노래 널 위한 노래 좀 들어봐 제목은 유행가인데 제목처럼 유행하길 바래 말해 뭐해 그냥 쉽게 따라 불러줘 이건 유행가 이건 유행가 절대로 돼야만 해 그래야 해 어디서든 뭘 먹든 내 생각이 나니까
I do that anyway.
이건 유행가 유행가 어딜 가든 어디서든 내 생각이 나타나니까
Ooh.
유행가 유행가
Ooh.
유행가 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 I know I'm not the best rapper
Oh.
난 포장도 잘 못해 But I got that something baby 손 내 던지고 싶지 않아 가볍게 주변 사람들이 흥얼거리는 가벼운 험미
If you don't stop
So deep. It's
In
the
my
way it like
ear.
resonate. The way it
In
like
my ear.
resonates. Okay. Say it again in my ear.
하루 17번 들었음에
17 times.
줬으면 내 이건 벚꽃 필때 봄바람처럼 널 위한 거네 제목은 유행가인데 제목처럼 유행하길 바래 말해 뭐해 그냥 쉽게 따라 불러줘 yeah.
You overestimate me.
Oh.
That just
유행가 이건 유행가 절대로 돼야만 해 그래야 해 어디서든 뭘 먹든 내 생각이 나니까 이건 유행가 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 어딜
stop.
가든 어디서든 내 생각이 나타나니까 유행가 유행가 유행가
Part has no right.
유행가 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 아침이면
again, the theatrical.
너의 기분 맞춰줄 노래 되길 언제나 어디서 누굴 만나도 내 없는 노래도 가네 비교하지 말아줘
Oh.
웃기게 들릴지 몰라도 너 들어야 돼 너는 꼭 들어
Ah. That is one of the most interesting sounding songs I think I've ever, like, just following that song was like an experience in and of itself. I feel like they're definitely experimenting on this album because I feel like the amount of whiplash that's happening either within the song itself with like the amount of change-ups there have been in these songs, or with the like how the song, the sound of like the track itself clashes with like the lyrics, like the one just listen to Still Lonely, like calm down baby 17, calm down.
7 tweens.
Oh, is that what we're in the tween years? Is that
oh man, okay, so my thoughts throughout the song were a couple of different things. One of the things that made me fall just so in love with 17 as like vocalists is the musical theater lover in me, the way that they can turn something into such a theatrical performance,
stage performance,
in a beautiful way. The way that they sing it and they harmonize. How the song also gave me very like nostalgic 90s like chorus vibes. We would have the bands that would come together, and that was the big thing, was like holding these notes and all doing that chorus harmony. I was getting so much of that as well. And I liked that. I liked the way that this song was created. Like you said, it was very interesting to try and follow, but that's part of what made it so captivating. And then, of course, with the lyrics themselves, like, I mean, they don't have to tell me twice.
It's a popular song for me already. Yeah, yep.
I'm already listening. You don't really have to ask me to. I will listen to it 17 times and more. I will think of you. So... But I really liked the sound of this, along with kind of what we were saying here of wanting to be, I'm just getting the, wanting to be this song and them to be important to whomever or, you know. So I like that a lot. That was a really interesting song. Okay. All right. So next we have Say Yes.
Yes. Oh, we're about to be vocally slayed.
Oh,
okay, hold on.
Okay.
It's too warm in here for this. Hold on.
Say yes. Okay. Okay. Now we're jumping in. Let's do it.
네가 보고 싶어서 너무 보고 싶어서 안 되는 줄 알면서 시간을 되돌리려 해 방한결에 기대어 너를 불러보지만 Say yes 잊혀진 네 목소리만 너무 예뻐서 너무너무 고와서 부서질 것 같았던 그 추억들을 간직하고 있다면 You say 그대와 내가 함께 부르고 그랬던 이 노래 혼자인 밤이면 I stay 사랑해 언제나 이렇게 너를 기다리고 있어 말해줘 나에게 Just stay 그대여 Say yes Can you say yeah 나의
Oh. This tone.
수없이 불러도 대답 없는 멜로디만 너무 예뻤어 너무너무 고와서 부서질 것 같았던 그 기억들을 지울 수가 없었어 You say 그대와 내가 함께 부르고 그랬던 이 노래 행복했던 그날을 I pray 사랑해 사랑해 언제나 이렇게 너를 기다리고 있어 말해줘 나에게 just stay 그대여 say yes 사랑해 say yes yeah say yeah oh, oh.
Am I allowed to pause it yet? Y'all fake me out. Oh my god. I was like, that's it? It really wound down like that. Well,
I have full transparency. My emotions aren't even from the lyrics. It is straight from the power of their vocals.
You could feel the passion. Like, even if you didn't know, again, what the lyrics were saying in this. Well, actually, this is the flip. If you didn't know what the lyrics were saying, you could feel it.
Yes.
Because of the way they sang. Almost like with that, like, desperation or that longing, that wish for whatever it is that they're trying to convey. Like, if you weren't looking at lyrics at all, you can feel it, that they're, like, pleading for something specifically. Wow.
I don't even know how to put into words or how to summarize how gorgeous that was. I'm assuming if you're here watching this that you already know. That kind of just blew my mind. I don't think I breathed a lot through that because it was just constant gorgeous. And there's something about Seungkwan and DK's voices is that there is no denying that they have some of the most powerful, like powerhouse vocals right here, and very incredible ranges. One thing that makes them stand out so much to me is not just how like big they can get with their vocals or how big their range is. It's how they emote it and how you feel it immediately from their voice. So they take that power and they can turn it quietly into something else, or they can open up big, or they can make it sound painful and restrained. They have just such beautiful artistry on top of just beautiful voices as well. And so having the two of them alone on a song was a little bit painful. And I have a feeling, I don't know if they're going to do it again in the albums that we have to come.
I hope so.
But wow.
Though it's almost like you're so impressed with like the high notes and the falsettos, and then they come in with that like lower tone, and it's just so rich and gorgeous.
When
and
DK
it was just like
switched it
I
up.
know, and you were just like, ooh, there was something about that just like goes. That was like, oh, that's it, that's the one.
I felt heartbroken for them, truly, the way that they sang this.
I know.
The piano that we had as well. I mean, just it felt like heartbreak, them constantly waiting and begging you, pleading, like you said.
I was bored of your conversation, apparently.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
All right. So
No, I'm just messing with you.
Whatever. Moving on. I'm drifting away from that conversation.
Oh, is that the next song?
Drift Away is the last one that we will be listening to, because after that we will have the unit ones that we are going to do in a separate video, and then it would be Love Letter, which we do know as well. So we're going to end today with Drift Away.
Time for me to drift off.
시간이 흘러가 길게만 느껴졌던 내 하루를 돌아봐 찾기만 한데 그땐 몰랐었지 그냥 지나쳤던 것들 오늘따라 더 보고만 싶어지는 되돌릴 수 없는 아름다운 기억들 손목에서 흐르는 비 같은 시간 기억은 떠내려가 어느새 넓은 바다 과거와 현재 흐르는 건 똑같지만 잡지 못한 것들에 대한 후회가 남아 어른이 될라 멀었나 봐 아니 되기 싫다 어리광 부리는 건가 봐알 수 없는 날들은 잡지 못해서 계속 떠내려와 몸을 맡긴 채 이 시간에 또 떠나가 항상 흘러가는 그저 그런 일들 속에 멀리 떠나가 버린 네가 힘이 들 땐 내 옆에 기대어 천천히 무겁게 걸었던 네가 어느새 추억이 됐어 기쁜 거
Everything.
Bouncy.
보일까봐 앞에 있는 것들에 자꾸 부딪혀나 멍이 들고 앞으로 나서야 어쩔 수 없는 거야 수많은 단어 중에 그립다는 말이 왠지 내겐 더 추억들을 더욱 생생하게 만들어줘 근데 다른 말이 왠지 내겐
Going off.
추억들을 더욱 생생하게 만들어줘 근데 또 떠내려가고 다음이 다가와 자연스레 현재의 나를 맞추겠지 어떤 기억 속에 아픔 도는 후회가 또 다른 곳에 나 쉬움 속에 핑계가 말끔히
Like his
떠내려가
tone.
그래도 남은 건 기분 좋은 항상 흘러가는 그저 그런 일들 속에 멀리 떠나가 버린 네가 힘이 들 땐 내 옆에 기대어 천천히 무겁게 걸었던 네가 어느새 추억이 됐어 기쁜 거 모든 게 돌아와 주길 바라는 건 잘못된 일인 걸까
I like Joshua's tone.
Look how bouncy it gets.
나는 오늘도 바쁘게 지내 바로 잡힐 듯한 지난 미래 돌아와 주길 바라고 있는 건 꿈 같은 바람인 girl 모두 오늘도 바쁘게 지내 바로 잡힐 듯한 지난 미래 돌아와 주길 바라고 있는 건 꿈 같은 바람인 girl
Another very interesting and different sound from what we've had so far, and a lot of like that feeling of like we had a lot of mentions of memories or things in the past.
Well, it seemed kind of like, especially in, oh my gosh, my brain just went completely by. It's warm, I'm very warm in here. Okay.
Sungkwan?
No. What was Jonghan's part? Where he almost seemed like he was so fixated in the, I guess, the memories or the past or wanting that to come back that he couldn't see the future or the present, I mean, and he just was like stumbling through and like hitting, like it was like he was saying stumbling into people.
Yeah, we had a lot of
It almost seemed like there was differing like versions of it to me in the song, because it was Sungkwan himself was like, if you feel like you need to lean on me, come lean on me. And they were talking about we're drifting and that's okay. It almost seemed like it's okay because people are going to have regrets. They're talking about memories and things in the past that you want to hold on to. And then like Mingyu specifically said he was in the present.
no, S-Coops is
it's
saying
almost
like he can't hold on to the date, like these unknown days.
yeah, like the memories and the experiences, the sadness, along with the sadness, the happiness, all of these things kind of like they kind of drift away. Like your memories kind of they drift.
It's sometimes that can be a positive thing. You're ready to move forward, and sometimes you're not ready for those
Yeah.
thoughts and those feelings to drift off.
It's kind of where I was getting. It was almost kind of like
Yeah.
there was more than one. It seemed like there was more than one way that they were going at it, and depending on who was saying what, I guess.
I find this album as its entirety relatively, extremely interesting.
Yeah.
And of course, this is the repackaged album, so there's extra layers to it. But we had a lot of the conversations of their own personal growth and their own insecurities and then their own confidence or regrets. And then we also have songs like Very Nice and Pretty You and Adore You. We have a lot of those sort of like early love stages. So it just feels like a lot of growth and a lot of the feelings that come along with growing either in their journey as artists or just as a person as a whole.
I think what you said, I think is kind of oh my gosh, I can't speak today. Is early stages.
Early stages.
And
yes.
so regardless of the specific like lyric or even if they're talking about themselves or if they're talking about like early love or things like that, it's all early stages because we're at the beginning. Yeah, we're at the beginning of their
journey.
Yeah, their journey.
Yeah. And there's a lot of growth too and a lot of feelings that go into that. So some of those are very positive and strong and confident, and some of them have a lot of regret, holding on to the past or being desperate and wanting something or someone to come back to you. So
a lot of struggle, kind of. Some of it's struggle, some of it's like, it's almost like you get the struggle and then you get the excitement and then you get the struggle and then it's kind of like, it's just, you almost learning how to deal with a lot of new things.
Yes, how to face these new situations. So this album as a whole was so much fun, especially the songs that we heard at the beginning of our 17 journey and now going through this album. So I'm very curious to hear those 3 unit songs. It is Adore You, Monday to Saturday, which we do not know, and then Shining Diamond, the performance team version. So we are very excited to put those together in a separate video at a later date.
Can't get enough of Shining Diamond, that's for sure.
Cannot. And speaking of 17 Project on Patreon, if you want to watch that with us, slip into the timeline. Anyway, so thank you guys so much for watching this album with us, especially if you watched both parts 1 and part 2. Very curious to know what you think about the song or the album message in general. If you have a favorite song on this album, please let us know what you think. Thank you so much for watching this with us. We love you so much, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.